What is going on, Vikings fans? Welcome back to the Purple and Gold Bars Show. Holy moly, this kind of... I don't know why my freaking camera always seems to slightly rotate on me. More centered, I think. There we go. Back to centered. All right, what is up, guys? We are back. It is injury report time. We're just probably gonna be a quick one, not that long, just kind of discussing some thoughts that come to mind when going through the injury report. So, as expected, this injury report is pretty rough. We got Wednesday, Thursday, now in the books when it comes to injury reporting, right? As of Wednesday, there was a little bit of light there at the end of the tunnel, and we saw that Christian Darrisaw was a full participant on Wednesday. Now today he's coming in as did not practice, right? So that's a little bit concerning. I'm not sure what is going on here. But yeah, it's very, very, very weird. But it is what it is. We can't dwell too much about it. We just have to have that next man up mentality, and hopefully this week our backups will be a little bit more prepared than having to be thrown in the mix during the flow of the game. Ryan Kelly still under concussion protocols, did not participate in both Wednesday and Thursday. JJ McCarthy did not participate either in either Wednesday or Thursday with the ankle. I'm assuming it's a high ankle sprain based on the timeline that they had given 2 to 4 weeks. Justin School, our backup tackle that was filling in the role for Mr. Christian Darrisaw, concussion protocol, still did not participate Wednesday or Thursday. Now we got a little bit of good signs though. We got Donovan Jackson. He's dealing with a wrist injury. He was limited participant in Wednesday and Thursday. So I'm interested to see what the designation comes in on tomorrow's final injury report, where hopefully it comes in as a full participant. Because that would be really good signs. One less thing for us to worry about on the O-line, right? Theo Jackson still dealing with that hip injury, the tweak or whatever it is. Limited participation in both Wednesday and Thursday. Austin Keys, linebacker, dealing with a groin injury, still limited participant in Wednesday and Thursday's practice. Josh Oliver, the same, dealing with an ankle injury, limited participation Wednesday and Thursday. Now we have a little bit, maybe a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel with Harrison Smith as well. Now he's still designated illness for this mysterious illness that we got. He was limited participation Wednesday, Thursday, and off the top of my head, I can't remember what they designated. I don't know if was he DNP last week? I'll double check here in a second after we go through all of them, but he is limited participation. Maybe he is close to having his legs underneath him. Maybe we'll see him on a small snap count. Try to get him his cardio or his endurance up to par, which I feel like that is last I remember. Hitman Harry had something like that where he was looking to try to get back into running shape, right? So Andrew Van Ginkel, concussion protocol, but unlike our other 2 concussion protocol, other players under concussion protocol, he was a limited participant in both Wednesday and Thursday. So might he be on his way to being removed off the concussion protocol and cleared to play this week? I'm not sure. We will see in tomorrow's injury report. Jonathan Grenard still dealing with that oblique strain, pull, whatever you want to call it, limited participation in Wednesday, but back to full participation today, Thursday. So good signs when it comes to Mr. Grenard, because we definitely like having him out here. That added body that they have to account for, they have to game plan, really opens up opportunities for the rest of the pass rush. So I'm happy to see him as a full participant. And then Jeff Okudah, right? In concussion protocol for a little while now, but it seems like we may be looking at a potential return this week. He was a full participant on Wednesday and today. Now, tomorrow will definitely be the telltale sign, because if he was a full participant or if it reduces to limited or DNP, then we know that something else is up and he may not go. But I'm hoping to take some optimism and look at this with hope that Mr. Okuda, at least is out there for a snap count. You know what I mean? Making sure he's getting some plays, getting acclimated back into football so that he can be in full swing once we are banging on all cylinders. And there we have it, guys, ladies and gentlemen. That was the injury report as it stands right now. Again, it is a rough situation to be in with all of our a lot of key players appearing on the injury report, but that is football. The injuries are just part of the game. When these guys are basically colliding and experiencing basically the impact of like minor car accidents, play after play after play, it's no surprise that we see injuries appear. That's why we don't have an 82 game season or a ridiculously long season, because the roster wouldn't make it. Let's be real. By week 18, 20, or whatever, if we decided to go something ridiculous, most of the team would be in injury, and we'd be, suiting up backups and third stringers. And I think most teams would be in that same situation. So it is part of the game. It does suck, but it is what it is. Next man up. Hopefully, after tomorrow's injury report, we will be able to have a better feel to what's going on, and hopefully we're not too banged up to be able to take on a Joe Burrow-less Bengals. All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining me on today's episode of the Purple and Gold Bars. This segment, for our injury report. Just a quick one because there isn't too much. I don't want to rant and, talk about more than we really need to, right? So fingers crossed we get a good injury report tomorrow, and we are on pace to have a solid game plan ready and team prepared for this weekend. Wait a second. Oh, yeah. It's another thing we need to look at. When it comes to team, let's look at, would it be under transactions? Here we go. So the last thing that we want to quickly touch on is we've put Aaron Jones on IR. We've we signed Desmond Ridder to active roster, and we also signed Cam Akers to the practice squad, right? So we are making moves. We're trying to stay competitive. We are looking at every option available. So it is a good thing to see when it comes to our fighting Minnesota Vikings. But yeah, that brings us to the end of the injury report on today, Thursday. We're just about an hour and a half before we get Thursday night football underway. I'm imagining a snooze fest, but I'm still going to watch just so I can get as much info on these teams as I can. And that is it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this segment here. I will see you guys on the next one. The next one will be my preliminary, like my early Bengals versus Vikings preview. Just kind of going over some minor things and letting you guys know what I'm thinking. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. I will see you on the next live.